Are you having problems with your Craftsman T1600 belt coming off when you disengage the blades? If so, this video might be for you. This video will also cover the replacement of the deck brakes. I'll put a link to all these products down in the description below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more. We'll also be replacing the belt guards too, as they've rusted throughout the years. I mean, just look at how much slack there is in this belt. Start by lowering the deck to the lowest level. Next, remove the front hanger and the cotter pin. And then start removing the cotter pins from the hangers from the rear two deck mounting points. The rear mounting points for the hangers, as you can see in the video, are just in front of the rear tires. Once you've removed the cotter pins, you can go ahead and remove the hangers from the black supporting braces. I like to remove the front hanger first, and then follow that up by removing the rear hangers. You want to slide the black supporting brace in a way to where it'll allow you to slide the deck out a little bit easier. Remove the belt guard from around the engine pulley, and slip the belt through. Now remove the center mounting point for the blade engagement cable right on the back side of the deck. Then remove the spring mounting point from the idler pulley. Sorry, it's blurry. If you're having problems with your lawnmower, leave me a comment down in the comment section below and let's see if we can help you figure it out. Now pull out the engagement cable so it's free from the deck when you pull it out. Now it's time to pull out the deck and start replacing the parts. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more. Go ahead and spray some WD-40 or whatever penetration oil of choice on all of the belt guard bolts. Then move your way to the two bolts that hold the deck brake on for each side and spray those too. If you're really tired of doing these repairs all the time and you just want to buy a new lawnmower, I'll go ahead and put one of those down in the description below. Just be sure to click tag products and check it out through my channel. Grab your 3/8 inch socket and start taking those 6 total bolts out that are holding the belt guards in place. If you have some bolts that have broken, you may end up having to pull them out from the other side. I ended up using some vice grips and then just a lot of penetrating oil and wiggling them back and forth and they finally came out. Next, we're going to go ahead and get our 5/16 inch socket ready to remove these two bolts. And before that, we're going to go ahead and remove this spring. The spring's not too terribly stiff. You may be able to do it by hand, but if not, just go ahead and use a screwdriver or a pair of vice grips, something like that, just to pull the spring loose. Go ahead and remove these two bolts from the assembly as shown in the video. Once those two bolts are out, you should be able to remove the deck brake. Sometimes I like to include extra footage so that way you can see like different angles and sides of things, so keep that in mind as you watch this video. Next, grab the new deck brake assembly. We'll go ahead and put those two bolts back in. For whatever reason, the third bolt wouldn't fit inside this brake assembly, but it doesn't appear that it was even used at all with the other one. It must be for a slightly different model, but I don't know. I couldn't get it to work and the bolt didn't fit, so just use the two that were provided. Footage is a little blurry, but take a look at the old brake deck here. You could definitely see it needed to be replaced. Next, we're going to work on the brake deck assembly that's on the side that doesn't include the chute. It is slightly different and has a spring-loaded mechanism, so keep that in mind as you replace this one. For this side, you'll need to grab 2 1/2 inch wrenches. I used a 1/2 inch impact on one side and a 1/2 inch wrench on the other side. Just hold the wrench on the one side on the inside and then use the impact on the other side. You could also use a ratchet or a wrench, whatever suits your needs. It doesn't require an impact, it's just a lot easier. If you do use an impact, be careful because that little nut will be super hot. Oh! Before you pull everything apart, take note of exactly how the spring mechanism goes. I'll pause the video here in a couple different places. Just remember the rod that goes across the spring and then the spacer and the bolt and how it all fits together. I'm including extra footage here because this is probably one of the more complicated parts of this procedure, is actually getting that spring mechanism there, and I know if you're having a problem with it, every little angle, every little detail makes a difference, so I'm hoping that you really like this part. If it did help you, leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Now we're going to go ahead and get the new deck brake assembly put together with the new spring, the new spacer, the new bolt, all the information over here. Just put it all back together. Just use this video as a guide. Go back through and rewatch it. I'll try to pause it as I can or where I see fit, but it's not terribly complicated, but there is definitely a specific order that these parts need to go back together. So hopefully I've done a good job at zooming the video in. Let me know what you think, if you would change it, what you would like to see better next time. I really wish I would have cleaned my deck off before I filmed this video. Man, is it dirty. In this part of the process, details are everything, and as you can see right here, I'm putting everything together. The spring is being an absolute nightmare. Keep in mind, the rod that's supposed to connect needs to go inside the deck brake first, and then you put it all back together, and then you put the nut on from the underside. And I completely forgot to do that, so when you do yours, just absolutely make sure that you put everything back together the way that it should the first time. Put the rod through the deck brake, put the spring and all the mechanisms through the assembly, through the spring through the deck, and then tighten the bolt up from underneath. Oh no! Oh no! At this point I realized what I had done wrong, and I had to actually go ahead and take it all back apart and put it back in there the right way. So make sure you do it right the first time. I was so frustrated with the deck brake on the other side that I put the spring over top of the belt, and that definitely doesn't work that way, so don't do that either. Now with that we've got the deck brakes put on, we could go ahead and put the new belt guards on. Again, if you have any bolts that have been cut off, you'll need to remove those from the other side. I ended up using a lot of penetrating oil and some vice grips to try to push those through from the bottom, and then once they were up through a little bit, I could grab them from the top and then remove them that way. Before you order the blade engagement cable, be sure that you check and see what kind of end it has. The one that's on this specific lawnmower has a rounded end that a bolt goes through. There's another type that just has like a mechanism that slides in and around, and you can see both of those in this video. I ordered the wrong one the first time, so be sure to check the link down below, make sure you're getting the right one. For the next part, let's go ahead and remove the battery. I like to take the battery cables loose and then put the bolt with the nut back onto the battery terminal so those aren't lost. Then you'll need to go ahead and remove the red pieces underneath the battery that hold the battery in place. And you can see up in there exactly where we're trying to get to. Basically there is a 3/8 inch bolt that's up in there. I tried wrenches, I tried sockets, I tried everything, and the best thing I could find was a 3/8 inch ratcheting wrench. That was the best thing to reach it, so good luck in your endeavors. Then once you get that out, the other mechanism is a plastic piece hanging it. I could not film it, there was just not enough room, but basically good luck with that thing because it's an absolute nightmare. It's hanging out down below the metal the metal wire. Once you've got the new deck engagement cable put in and you've got that plastic piece in the middle secured just underneath where the bolt goes, then you'll want to drag it out from the backside of the lawnmower so that whenever you put the deck back in, it doesn't hurt it. Start sliding your deck back in the reverse order of the way that it came out. Just be careful of the black hangers that fall down because sometimes they'll get stuck, as you can see here. Next, you'll want to go ahead and start putting the metal rods back into the hangers that are then attached to the decks. I like to start with the back left and then do the front and then the back right. That way the back right is a lot easier to get to once you have the weight taken off the left side and the front. Also, you can skip through this next clip if you want to, but I left my camera outside for about an hour and I sped this up as fast as I could. It's about 13 seconds long, but It rained a lot. It was wild. I ended up buying an off-brand, non-OEM deck engagement cable, so I'll put a link to the OEM one down in the comment section below. Let me know if that works for you guys, so hopefully you don't have the same problems that I did, but I was able to get it to sit in there and fit in there and work, and look at just how much slack was taken out of that belt. Now keep in mind, I did not replace the belt on this, so if you compare the previous at the beginning of the video to what it is now, this is just from replacing the deck brakes and putting those guides on. Don't forget to tighten your battery back up and put your battery back on, and don't forget to put your cotter pins back into those hangers. I didn't film it, so keep that in mind. Don't forget to do that. Even without a hood, it still works pretty good. So if you guys want more repair tips, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more.